Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Ethan, KE7DUX, and today I wanted to show you this little Bluetooth box that will allow me to use APRSDroid with my FTM-400. So many of you are probably already familiar with the FTM-400 and the way that it displays APRS information. It has this very nice screen on here. It will pop up with the information as you saw when we first started there. And it's very nice. It's helpful. As you're driving through, you can see when stations are nearby you. You can set what is more or less a geofence that only displays items that are within a certain radius of you, so you can see only very close by stations, or you can see everything. There's a lot of functions, a lot of features, and it's a very cool option. But when you're using something like APRSDroid, you can actually see all of those stations plotted on a top-down map. So imagine Google Maps, for example, as you're driving along, and you can see where in relation to you everyone is. And this is very helpful for when you have repeaters being reported to you and you are able to see where those repeaters are in relation to you. You can see where other vehicles are in relation to you. It's very awesome, and that is one thing that I miss actually from switching to the FTM-400. Instead of a completely dedicated APRS setup where I was using a mobile linked Bluetooth TNC that I had plugged into a dedicated radio that I was using for APRS. So to get that back, that's where this little Bluetooth box comes into play. So the Bluetooth box here, it's the model number is the R3-FTM400. However, I am quite certain that this does also work with the FTM100 if you want to use it for that. But basically what this is a Bluetooth to serial converter inside a nice self-contained box. You've got a 6-pin mini DIN connector here on the Bluetooth box itself, as well as a 12-volt input. You have a very long cable here that it comes with, that on one end you have your 6-pin, and on the other side you have another mini DIN, which I believe is 9-pin, and that's the side that will plug into the back of your FTM-400 or 100. It also does come with a cigarette lighter adapter, and I won't be using that, so I made up this cable here. It doesn't come with this cable, but this is just Anderson power poles to the correct DC plug for the unit there. Now what I do want to clarify is that you can actually do this yourself without buying a box from China. You can buy a RS-232 serial port to Bluetooth adapter. Those are about $50 to $60 on Amazon the last time I checked. You'll probably need a gender changer, and then you'll need an RS-232 to 9-pin mini DIN adapter. So you can get the official RS-232 to mini DIN adapter from Yaesu. Obviously that way it is going to be a little bit expensive, but if you do search eBay for handmade adapter cables, or you have the pieces yourself to make those cables, you can save a little bit of money. But if you do go the most expensive route without really searching for good deals, or you don't have anything that you can provide from your own junk box, you're going to be looking at between $60 and $100. By comparison, this box here, yeah, it is slow, but from China, I got this one for $50, including the cable and everything I need to get it up and running. So in this case, a pre-built, ready-to-go solution is generally cheaper than trying to build it yourself. So what I'm going to do now is get this guy all set up and mounted underneath my seat here, and I will then walk through the settings that we need to set in the FTM-400, as well as the settings that APRSDroid needs to communicate with it. It is a different day today, and it is a warm day, so apologize for the air conditioning that I have running there, but I just did want to show you both on the FTM-400 as well as on the phone itself, or an APRSDroid, what the settings are to get this working. So on the FTM-400, You will want to go into display, press and hold, go into data, scroll on up to COM port settings. The speed, you want to make sure that that's 9600, and the output you're going to want to set to packet. So once you have that all set up, and we head back to the main page here, and on the phone itself on APRSDroid, right now I'm tracking myself, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop tracking. So you're going to want to connect via Bluetooth to the device itself, and once you have done that, you'll want to go down to Preferences, and within Preferences you'll scroll on down to where is it here? Oh, Connection Preferences. In the connection protocol, you're going to want to set it to be Kenwood, NMEA waypoint, and the connection type Bluetooth FPP. And then you're going to need to choose your TNC from the paired devices. So after you choose your device, once you're connected via Bluetooth, you do have to go in here and you do have to check this. Otherwise, it will not know what device to use, and it will give you a Bluetooth not found error, or Bluetooth TNC not found. Obviously, APRSDroid, you will need to get set up using your SSID and other information like that. And I'll go ahead and clear here the log. So once you're all set up, you just click Start Tracking. It'll say Services Started. And assuming you don't get any errors here, you can see that it popped up with my own information there first, which is actually coming from the phone itself. And as things are received via APRS, more and more things will start populating here. Obviously right now I'm not having a very good, yep, there's something popped up on there, and you see it's popping up on there. To view the map, what I often will do is I will click myself and then map, and that way it keeps me at the center of the map itself. And I am using the offline maps version of APRSDroid. That way I do not have to rely on a internet connection to display the map. So that's me there. After a while, this will start populating with a bit more information. If I scroll out here, you can see, yep, here's some of the other stations nearby me there. So hope that was helpful in getting the settings set up there on the phone and the radio itself. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful in getting your FTM-400 connected up with APRSDroid. If you do end up using this particular adapter, the settings and everything for this are actually very similar to what are used for just a normal serial to Bluetooth adapter. Now, one thing I could not get working on this, and I don't believe you can get working on this, is messaging to and from APRSDroid. When I receive messages, I do definitely see them on APRSDroid, but unfortunately, because it's basically not a two-way communication between APRSDroid and the FTM-400, it's all one way, I am unable to send things from APRSDroid. If you want to connect up a mobile linked, you can, and that will allow you to control APRS through APRSDroid and through the FTM-400, and that is something that you could use messaging with in that case. In that case, though, your FTM-400 is basically doing nothing. It is just behaving like a dual band radio, and you could actually achieve all of this using a much cheaper radio. So I hope again that this was helpful to you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll do the best I can to answer them. And until next time, again, it's Ethan, KE7DUX. I will talk to you later.